BYCS was recognised as one of the most successful provider of the YES provisions to hard-to-reach communities, and one which supported YES participants to gain positive FE outcomes. We also found on some occasions that many young people did not have the necessary documents to prove their eligibility to go onto the YES project. So we helped them to apply for their passports, birth certificates, national insurance numbers, open bank accounts. We offered welfare benefit checks and supported young people to apply for their social benefits. We also supported young people to apply for social housing.
Leicestershire Cares' role on the project was to support the young people with all things employability, from one-to-one, drop-in and group employability support, looking at things like CVs, cover letters and job searching, to a 6-week structured programme where participants would come in a group environment and learn everything from, again, CVs and job searching all the way to having practice interviews with our business volunteers.
We partner up with the Way of the Horse and started delivering Project Pony, a well-being programme that helped young people develop tools and learn coping mechanisms and to reducing anxiety, becoming more resilient.
The trust provision is primarily focused on supporting young people to develop workplace skills, hands-on real work experience through to moving into paid employment, and this has been through activity working directly with local employers, and it's resulted in many young people actually moving into paid employment.
My involvement is to use membership businesses plus also local and national businesses within Leicester and the wider UK, and bring them into Great and let them know about the project, but also let them provide programmes for the participants, such as ready to work, behind the scenes and employability workshops.
So I'm very proud to be delivering the role of a wellbeing coach, offering bespoke one-to-ones and tailored workshops to suit the wide needs of participants within the project. The impact of the role mix is to support individual goals that have been set where there is a clear sign of emotional barriers that have been impacting the progress. Educating participants with new skills and self-help techniques have seen participants really transform onto living with their core purpose and daily to their values that matter to them as individuals.
We dealt with and successfully helped young people with low confidence, long-term unemployment, hidden health conditions, and basically they struggled with communication.
I often help and support young people who may have multiple barriers and issues around confidence. I do some work around developing them, developing their social skills, realise their own potential, help them kind of work towards their goals and achieving them.
The provision that we provide is either a 3-day or a 4-day, which has changed over the years, of personal social development with a group up to 12 people, but sometimes can be as low as 5 or 6. People just think we play games, we play pairs against each other, we have a laugh, we set some challenges. But what we're looking at is how people interact with each other. When people have got an answer but they don't feel like they can say it because they're worried about if they get it wrong, we're working with that. And people turn up often petrified on day one, and at the end of the day one there's a big smile on their face.
We have former YES participants who are now warehouse operatives, food production operatives, bar and waiting staff, teaching assistants, customer services representatives, admin and project assistants, some who are working on the YES project as we speak. In total, our YES participants at BYCS gained up to 149 accredited qualifications between them, some gaining grade 9s.
We've had a successful mentoring program where young people secured employment, managed to be promoted very soon, moved out independently, so took some impressive steps in their lives. I feel we've reduced the interview anxiety with successfully implementing mock interview sessions with our young people.
The impact that we've had on participants during our time on the project has been everything from improving soft skills and confidence as a bare minimum to all the way to achieving employment goals, getting onto college courses, gaining different qualifications, CSCS cards and that kind of thing, and also building strong relationships with our young people and people from different businesses across the city and the county.
During the course, through the medium of music and photography and video, we was able to break down some of them barriers, instill some confidence, and just brought these young people out their shells.
It's enabled them to give real life examples in job interviews around the kind of stuff they are able to do and the kind of equipment they can handle, but also express themselves more freely and in a confident manner.
The impact and difference this makes is it gives the participants the opportunity to really get to know an industry, find out more about it, and also tour a business and look at its day-to-day life. What I have learned is this is a really important part of local communities, and it really does help break down the barriers of people getting back into work or further education.
They can identify and they've got more confidence about what they want to do. So then they take on other things that the Great Project can offer, because I know there's lots of partners offering lots of different training and growth for them. So that I feel like they're in a better position after that to then take on more of that as well.
Supporting young people across the project in partnership with the rest of the delivery partners on Yes, and as well as our business members and volunteers, has been vital to making sure that each young person gets the best possible support available from us to work towards their desired outcome and overcome any barriers along the way.
The Yes project has enabled the Prince's Trust to work more closely and strengthen our relationships with other local organisations. It's facilitated referral pathways and been a central point through which young people can receive different types of support, and which draws together these activities into a coordinated and holistic journey of support for each individual young person.
It's enabled me to network with some amazing businesses and some amazing people, but it's also managed me to see that there really is a need for the Great Project and a need for businesses like Business in the Community to really help aid people get back into work and education.
I've learned absolutely the strength of working together, particularly with the ESO team, who have worked incredibly hard at the outset of a participant journey to understand the needs to make the right referral at the right time for the best results.
I feel privileged that I've made a change for people's lives, and I think that's why the ESOs are so passionate about the jobs, because they can see it happening. I mean, I parachute in and parachute out for 3 or 4 days. ESOs are in it for the whole journey. You can see people move from the start of day one to the end, whether it's 3 days or 4 days, you see people move.
We were able to influence the direction of the project, address concerns and share ideas on how to overcome it. We also got access to electronic customer management systems, which allowed us to efficiently deliver and track our individual participants. We were able to refer our participants onto activities organised by our delivery partners, including employee engagement and outdoor activities.
Participants could receive support from multiple partners simultaneously if that was what they needed, whilst always having that consistent key worker to support them throughout.
Throughout our time working on the Yes project, Leicestershire Cares have continued to build really strong relationships with, of course, the delivery partners that have been also on the project, as well as lots more different community groups and individuals and young people working closely to kind of deliver the best possible support when it comes to organising food parcels for those in need, helping to access housing support, mental health support. We've built partnerships ourselves to be able to expand our own offer on the project by launching the Project Pony programme in partnership with the Way of the Horse.
The benefit for us to work with is really being to be able to supply our members with the opportunity to get to work with families and carers and help them get back into work. Business in the Community strives to provide a link to all industries and all communities, and this really does help with helping with businesses that really want to get involved in helping families get back into work and putting them in a stronger position to get into work and education.
We were able to collaborate with lots of organisations that we did not have the opportunity to work with before. But most importantly, we are able to access knowledge and resources of the organisations for the benefit of our learners, and our staff members.
It's absolutely got to be working so closely within the local community, supporting members of families using our expertise, which definitely aligns to our core values of contributing to make a difference in the local community.
Well, the benefit, as I say, is we're a small organisation and there's only 3 of us and there's only 2 of us who deliver. So we've got to manage how many contracts we can take. We can't advertise and all of a sudden we get loads of work because we can't commit to deliver that. But vice versa, if we don't get enough, then we haven't got enough to pay ourselves and the rest of it. So to have that over 6 or 7 years where there's been that consistency about the fact that yes, there'll be a course there, has really helped us plan around that with other work as well. So yeah, it's been excellent.
Highfield Centre would like to take this opportunity to thank all our delivery partners and all the support we received from the Yes Project by being, in a partnership with all of you guys. It was a super exciting project, and I'm really proud that I was partly involved and could help and support all these young people who have now progressed into jobs and building their new chapters in their life. Thank you all.